Oh, good evening, everybody. Ho, ho, ho. I make a terrible Santa. It's me, by the way. Oh my God, even my hat's breaking. Look. Good evening, everyone. It's Jamie here, and welcome to Travel Blog Jamie on this, our surprise Tuesday night live. Thank you so much for being here. Now, last night we had a cheeky mishap, didn't we? Or I had a cheeky mishap. Technology failed me again, and I really hope it's going to work tonight. So, some of you who were here last night will know and attest to the fact that I went all Dalek, gritty scratchy in the voice, and then I started freezing, like frozen freezing, and then I just stopped. I stopped, and that's just absolutely unacceptable. Now, listen, it wasn't the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi here is fabulous, and we've checked it again. It's all good. So it might be this darn mic and camera, my newish one. Can I just say, if I disappear again, it happened 9 minutes in yesterday. If it happens again, I'm going to literally end this stream and I'm going to start another one within 5 minutes. But I'm not going to use this particular camera and mic. Okay, so I'll be a bit grainier, but I think grainy is good. Grainy takes a few years off me, my darlings. It really does. So I'm going to repeat. If I disappear again, go all Doctor Who Dalek like, and freeze on you, I'm going to end the stream. I'll put a little note in chat, and I'll be back within 5 minutes. You just need to be hovering around my channel, and it will say Travel Blog Davey has gone live. Okay, right. Before we continue tonight's event, it's a bit like deja vu, isn't it? Like I'm wearing the same top. Believe me, I took it right off afterwards. I was half naked. I've only just put it back on. I haven't been wearing it all day or anything like that. Can I just say cheers to you? Mickey is back. I've already started on the Savvy Blanc. Dun, 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 dun. But can I just say thank you so much. Last night, before I got the boot on here, I was saying to you, very close to 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I'd love it if you could help me reach the goal within the next day or even by the end of the live. And goodness gracious me, we made it to 20,000 last night. I was so excited. I kept refreshing. I'm like, am I going to get another? Am I going to get another one? And then eventually it happened. It was like, yay! As I was saying yesterday, my target for the end of this year was about 15,000. And then things went a little bit crazy over the summer, which was awesome. And then suddenly, before you know it, the target changes again. 20,000 in your sights by Christmas. Oh, yes. So thank you so much. Honestly, sincerely, genuinely, and any other adverb, any leaves out there. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate the fact that so many of you have come back tonight for second helpings. Hopefully, touch everything. Would my tiny little brain will be all right with the tech tonight. Okay. But we've got a backup plan. All right. Okay, my darlings. I just wanted to remind you all to please do click on the thumbs up. 200 is minimum, of course. That's the goal every single time we do this. It's for self-esteem purposes. You think 20,000 subscribers would rise the self-esteem? No, we need those thumbs up, all right? And don't forget, we can follow each other on Eeeeek, otherwise known as Facebook. Just search Jamie W for William, Jamie W Robbins, and we can have a little peep at each other's pictures. I've got thousands. You could spend days getting lost in one of my picture loops on Eeeeek. Don't forget, I'm on X and Threads and Instagram at Travelblog Jamie. You've got to think about all these blimmin' platforms. Patreon.com/Travelblog Jamie, Cameo.com/Travelblog Jamie. And as I always say, everywhere but TikTok. I'm way too old and cynical for TikTok. I can't even say it. TikTok. I really am, my loves. So yeah, come at me from every angle. You're welcome. All right, this evening we do have our standing items I know him so well, which we started yesterday, and then it all went pear-shaped, as you know. So we'll do the same one. Trolling travel blog Jamie, of course. I've got a few little Christmas cracker dad jokes for you. And as I was saying last night before, rudely interrupted, I'm not very good at telling jokes. You'll see it's a sight to behold when I tell a joke. But you know, you can groan or laugh or tell me to stop in the chat when we do that. I don't mind. I've got a little bit of information about big news, depending on, as I said last night, what's your height? Do you think it's big? Is it little news? For me, it's quite significant news, I've got to say. And also, we booked another cruise of sorts. I will reveal all a little bit later. So let's start off with hashtag we're still working. I know him so well. I asked you to fill in the gap, something that I often say in my vlogs. Goes to the effect of, it's better than a slap in the belly with a wet. What is the missing word? Some of you did get it right last night, by the way. I did check. It's better than a slap in the belly with a wet. Get those answers below. And whilst you're doing that, let's talk hashtag trolling travel blog Jamie. Again, very, very sorry. I'm laughing at that one. Oh, you naughty lot. Don't ask me those questions yet, Barry. Come back with that later, because as you'll see, the comments go crazy. I'll let you know when it's time for questions, I promise you, okay? So, trolling. I haven't had much trolling the last week or so. It's crazy. I don't know why I haven't. I think it's because I've been dragging them. However, some old midgery guts, seriously, I can't believe this. On my own Facebook group, my own Facebook group, the one I set up and the one I run, I posted some beautiful pictures of P&O Arcadia, you know, all decorated lovely for the Christmas, the festive period. And some misery gut said, ugh, I hope who's he? The cat's father. I hope he's not on my cruise, capital M, capital Y, next year. He's more irritating than Susan Cowman. I mean, how rude. I mean, she's like a goddess for a start, so you don't want to diss Susan. You just don't. If you're not from the UK, by the way, Susan is a travel presenter and more recently a cruise presenter. She took over from Jane McDonald, God bless her, and all who vessel in her. That's quite a lot by all accounts. Oh, not allowed to say that. Whoops. But here are my reflections on misery guts, we shall call him, hashtag misery guts. Well, one, it's not your cruise, mate, all right? It's our cruise. So the fact that you think it's yours makes you a total meat sandwich without a shadow of doubt. Secondly, you, capital Y-O-U, don't have to be on my capital M-Y page. Why on earth would you be there watching my vlogs if you think I'm more irritating and a fabulous woman? Why? Just do one, jog on, and when you've jogged on some more, do another one, you misery guts. That's all I've got to say on the matter, my darlings. Gosh, I must have engrossed you then in my storytelling, because all the thumbs up stopped momentarily. Oh my goodness, can I just say we're nearly at the 9-minute mark, where I literally collapsed yesterday, and I'm starting to think we're going to collapse again. Am I collapsing yet? Am I still with you? Are you hearing me? It looks like the timer's going up in 5 seconds, and it's really, really stressing me out. We're okay. Right. Most of you knew it's better than a slap in the belly with a wet. Someone wrote kipper, which made me ruffle without the rolling on the floor bit. Okay. It's fish. Better than a slap in the belly of a wet fish. I don't know why. I picked that up somewhere at university many, many years ago, and it's just sort of stuck. It really has. Oh, I'm seeing some of you on my February cruise. That's awesome. Make sure you're going to be in the vlog. Right, are you ready? I told you I'm not very good at telling jokes, okay? So you can give me little ratings for each joke. You can 10 being, oh my God, that's so funny. I nearly weed myself. And 0 for, stop. Okay? Right, these are Christmas jokes, though. They are themed jokes. Are you ready? I should probably hold this up or something, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's do it like this, shall we? Oh, gosh, and I'm seeing some people on Iona. Ready? Why was the snowman embarrassed when he was spotted rummaging through a bag of carrots? He was caught picking his nose. Oh, that's not a very good one, is it? They get better, I promise you. Did you know that I have this incredible ability to predict what's inside a wrapped present? It's a gift. Kevin Morgan, I never said you could do minus figures. Oh dear, that's not going very well. Look, is it? I got a 2 out of 10, 8, -3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 3, 3 out of 10. Terrible joke, not delivery. Oh, okay. Maybe my nil point. I got a 10 from Gainer. I got a 0. I got an oh dear. That's not a number, by the way. Wasn't slapping belly of a wet fish from an episode of Blackadder Goes Forth? I don't know because I've never watched it. Maybe. Okay. Groan. Thank you, Mark. Lol. Thank you, Margaret. I chuckle. Thank you, Percy. 11 out of 10. God bless you, Darcy. Okay. I've got another one. Ready? Actually, I've got another 3, 4. Right. What does Santa do when his elves misbehave? He gives them the sack. Come on, they're getting better, aren't they? I'll wait and see what you think about that one. Next year, cruise director. Yes. I think that one's done a bit better, but you know what? You're very inconsistent with your marks. It's like going from -1 to an 11 out of 10, which is crazy. Right, ready for the next one? What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Frostbite. No? Oh my God. You've started doing thumbs down on the vlog. Oh my God. They're getting better. Okay. Right. This one's better. The Christmas jumper my kids gave me last year kept picking up static electricity. I took it back and exchanged it for another one, free of charge. No? Free of charge? Electrostatic? No? Don't give up your day job. Well, I blimmin' well nearly did that, Gary and Tina. Don't encourage him. No encouragement. Oh, no. This is getting better. Shocking. Chris Fanatic. No more, please, Percy, with a capital P. I've got one more for you, all my darlings. Oh, this is my favourite. If I don't get a 10 for this, I don't know what I'll do. I bought my son a fridge for Christmas. I can't wait to see his face light up when he opens it. A fridge. Light up with a fridge. No? I guarantee I said that was. I have got laughs. I got a 20 out of 10. Oh my God, I'm doing so well now. Yes, come on. That's a good one. You see, I saved the best till last. Oh, Emma L, a 5. No. Slap of the forehead. Look, folks, we're doing this again next Monday. I've got an even better Christmas top for you. It doesn't just have snowflakes and penguins wearing their Christmas hats. I got something super smashing for Monday. That will be our penultimate live, by the way, before the Christmas break and pause. Not much pausing going on for me. And then, oh my God, if you weren't here last night, this is exciting. The first Monday of 2024 is New Year's Day. Yes, so we can all nurse our hangovers together or whatever you do on New Year's Day. That'll be awesome. I can't wait. And I'll have just got back from 2 cruises as well. Dad jokes. I know, Deborah, I'm not even a dad either. 10 for the shirt. Thank you. Oh dear, what's FOC? What's FOC mean? I don't know what FOC means. Karen, what's FOC? Karen! No, I don't have a coat. Okay, let me share something with you as well. On Faceache, if you follow me, if we follow each other on Faceache, I posted recently about the fact that my mum is still very unhappy that I don't own a coat, and I haven't owned a coat for years. I mean it. Oh, free of charge, thank you. Years. I like layering up. I like my gilet, my body warmer. And if it's raining, like people say, what do you do if it's raining? I'm like, well, I've got an umbrella, obviously. Why would I want to get soaked through? Why would I want to, when coats get really wet, they've got that horrible pungent smell eventually. So if you're a coat wearer, you're a smelly old coat wearer, and I'm judging you when we're out and about and your coat's wet and it smells like an old shaggy dog's tail. I don't know what I'm saying now. All right. Okay, some news before I start taking your questions. And I'm just going to remind you, if you've been asking me questions, I won't see them, okay, until after this. When I say question time, get writing, and then I'll see them all. I can't keep scrolling up because I lose me train of thought, me thread and everything, okay? Oh my God, I think my jokes actually were really good, by the way, because you stopped doing thumbs up. So I think actually they must have been good. Maybe I should say, give me as many thumbs up as possible and I will never tell a joke again. Then they go, Kevin Morgan, you did that on purpose. He has retracted a message. We're amongst friends here. We never retract messages on a live. We just don't do that. Kevin Morgan, shame on you. I bet your wife is absolutely appalled that you did that. Okay, a little bit of news. So I don't have the full details yet, but it has been agreed that I will be going more part-time from job number two being the teaching. Yes, I've had the meeting. I will be going more part-time. What I need to iron out is when that might be. I'm hoping it will be Lars Negroni, I love you. I'm hoping that's from Easter. We'll see. But to me, this is big news because, as you know, this January, I went part-time for the first time and started focusing on the vlogging. And from January, I've been able to do the 2 a week. And then as the year progressed, you might remember, was it the end of August or the beginning of September? I think it was the end of August. I did my first ever live. You were saying, come on, everyone else is doing lives. All the other vloggers are doing them. And I said to you, I'm just not ready. I don't feel I've got enough time, and I don't feel like I would do it well enough for you. I want to make sure that you like these, you want to come back to them each week, that you look forward to them. I don't want to just do it for the sake of it. I've seen other vloggers doing it for just the sake of it. I don't want to be that person. So I did that at the right time as well. I'm not rushing anything. I didn't launch Patreon until July, even though other vloggers are doing it. I kind of, in case you haven't noticed, I try and do things when it's the right time for me, and I don't want to rush anything. I don't want to make a bot's job of anything. So this year has been a massive change for me. And from September, you might be aware, I gave up all my leadership responsibilities. I've been on senior team for years, so it's very odd not doing that anymore and being at work less. So yeah. Was the decision helped more from what happened last week? It wasn't actually, Chrissy. I'd already had the meeting, had already made the decision, it had already been agreed. It's just I was hoping to know exactly when it was going to start so I could tell you all then. And obviously that has an impact on me and my planning for the year ahead as well, massively, actually. So no, last week wasn't a great week for me. I've got to be honest with you. I'm not going to go into that now. If you're one of my patrons, you'll know all about it. And thank you for counseling me last week. You're awesome. So that's my big news. I won't be putting out more vlogs because 2 a week is enough. It's more than enough for you, plus our live. But I will be doing the lives every week unless I'm away and I can't, or like it's Christmas Day or something. I'm not going to bother you on Christmas Day. But I'm hoping that the quality of what I put out for you will improve. And obviously more travel and different travel as well. Different travel. So I'm excited about that. I am. It doesn't, and also because some of my cheeky little students, I know that every now and then they watch, and then the rumor mill, just like 100 miles an hour. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to be teaching my current GCSE groups at all. I still would carry on with them. They probably would like a change, actually, because I'm like, I love them, really. I do. So there's my news. And I will, of course, keep you up to date. And as and when I know when it's happening, I will let you know. I've been to the Maldives, Sally. 3 times actually. Love it. I would like to go back. All right. News as well. This weekend, Matthew and I are flying up to Scotland because it's my niece's wedding. It's going to be quite a fly-in visit, but I am going to do a behind-the-scenes vlog of the weekend, which I thought might be quite nice. And it means you'll get to meet different members of my family and friends at the wedding. And I keep saying to Matthew, "Oh, are you going to go and do some cold water swimming?" Because the wedding's on a Loch Lomond, I think it's called. He says no, but he always says no. I'll keep asking. I'll keep trying. You never know, do you? So I'll do a behind the scenes vlog on that, and I'm going to release that one next week. Also, next week, I'm staying on a yacht in London. So I'm very excited to vlog that for you. I'm going to release that next week as well. This week, tomorrow, I've got my Arcadia tour. And then Saturday is the second and final part of the festive cruise to Amsterdam Arcadia. First part's gone down really well. And I've got to say, I loved the cruise, but I also loved editing that vlog. I think I can tell myself when I've had a great time on board, because editing that made me chortle and laugh. But actually, it's part 2 that really had me laughing. And I think part 2 is better than part 1. So I hope you enjoy it. Kevin Morgan, will you stop doing that? Don't think I can't notice you retracting your messages. He's a naughty boy. Nick, will you have a word with him, please? Have a word with him. And lastly, we have booked a Christmas river cruise, Sailing the Rhine 2024, which is fab news. We have done a river cruise before, just the travel blog, Jamie, Tui, Skylar, when we did the Danube in the summer, which was awesome. Oh my God, I love that vlog as well. I nearly cried in that vlog because I was so overwhelmed with one of the ports of call. It was just fab. So have a look at that as well, please. Very excited about that. So we'll be sailing on Tui. Oh gosh, what's the river cruises boats? They've got Skylar, Maya, and there's one other. I can't remember what it is. What's my job? I'm a vlogger and I'm a teacher. Okay, so that's exciting. I know it's just over a year away, but I like planning, and I will look forward to bringing you that Christmas cruise. It's taking place over Christmas as well, so very excited. Also, I'm trying to seal the deal on March and where I'm going at the start of March, the 2nd or 3rd of March. And let me tell you what's in the running, and you tell me what you think. Oh, Emma Ludlow, I'm sure you're going on a river cruise this year, aren't you? Let me tell you what's in the running. Florida, but on this occasion doing lots of excursions and tours. So, you know, Everglades, going to Cape Canaveral, doing that nighttime kayaking, the luminescent kayaking and stuff, trying to do different things like that, and maybe a cheeky visit to Universal. We did Disney to death, so I don't need to be doing that. Isla, thank you, Deborah. The other thing in the running, so I want to hear from you. Which one do you think? So Florida, but with lots of excursions. The other one was Mauritius, which is very reasonable, but it's the rainy season. That doesn't put me off going places. Yeah, airboats are great, Ben. I agree. I love them. Gentle Ben boats. Mauritius is in the running, okay? The other one was possibly doing some skiing. I've been skiing before and I loved it. But those are the 3 in the running at the moment. Cruise-wise, I don't know, because the cruise is taking place that week, and I have that week fixed. They're kind of ones that I've done lots of times, and I was just thinking about land-based doing something a little bit different. So what do you think out of those 3? What would you most like to see? I might go with the majority rules here, you know, we'll see. My shirt, by the way, people are asking, it was from Next, and it is like 3 seasons ago. You won't get this again unless I wash it and send it to you as a gift, or not wash it. Some people like that sort of thing, don't they? Oh no, that's nice. Yeah, one thing I will say about myself is I am super hygienic. I've got fabulous deodorants and aftershaves as well, if you like that kind of thing. All right, I'm getting more retracted messages, and a real range, actually. Mauritius seems to be coming out strong, and then Kevin says he's not overly keen on it. Thanks. I'll read through them later. But listen, folks, I think that is us up to date, apart from the fact that it's only a week and a half until my next cruise on Ambassador Ambiance, and it's a 4-nighter from Tilbury. Oh, it's just a ball ache to get to for us, but and then right after, it's Piano Avia Caribbean Christmas. Yay! Right. Okay, now it's time for me or you to do the thumbs up, please, if you wouldn't mind. And it's now time to take your questions, okay? Where are you visiting the Caribbean at Christmas? I'm going to start there with Joanna. That's where my question is starting from. So if you've asked a question previously, you might want to copy and paste it in a minute. Right, so Caribbean, we're going to Barbados, the bearded ones, St. Lucia, Antigua, St. Thomas. That's all I remember. We've got some amazing trips planned when we're there. Uh-oh, a little buffer for a second. Don't tell me we're buffering. Don't tell me. What date in February you want Iona? It's half term, so forgive me, but it feels like sort of mid February. I'm looking forward to Ambassador Cruise. Very interested in that cruise line. Me too. Never sailed on them before. Lance and Grony, love skiing, but don't risk injury. I know what you mean. Did you find Arcadia dated? It's a little bit dated. Dated never interferes with my enjoyment of a cruise. It's service levels and food that interfere with my enjoyment of a cruise, or if things are just so busy that you can't get seats. She looked beautiful, decorated for Christmas. Have a look at my vlog and you tell me what you think. Ben, sailing on Pinot Britannia around the Caribbean on the 29th over New Year. Yay! So you'll be going out there pretty much as we're coming back. Maybe a shared port day in Antigua. We're going, can't remember which beach we're going to now. We're going, I think, swimming with Stingray or something like that. Votes for skiing. What's your favorite aftershave? At the moment, I'm really enjoying Jean-Paul Gaultier Scandal. It's a very nice one. It's quite unique, and I like unique smells. When are we going to see a travel blog, Mafu? Well, you need to message him about that. Maybe the more of you message him, as I always say, as he always says, what does he always say? It's not travel blog Mafu, it's travel blog Jamie. So no doubt he will be appearing in the Christmas one, though. Okay. Okay. Which Southampton terminal do you prefer? Oh, I never really thought about it. Whichever gets me through quickest. I don't mind any of them. I suppose Ocean Terminal is good in that it has the cafe inside that's normally open, and it is quite spacious. But I like Horizon Terminal, the newest one. I've never really had long waits there. So I think I'll go with Horizon in terms of being newest and shiniest. I like shiny. Cheers again, by the way. But whichever one gets me on the ship quickest, that's what I'm going to say there. Kevin Morgan is back. Question: what film is playing behind you in the cabin on your latest Arcadia vlog? I honestly don't know. I don't know. Can you give me some scenes, something that you saw from it, please, Kevin? And I'll see if I can help you. Don't forget the thumbs up. We're on 137. Keep them coming. Shani, question: will you be at sea on Christmas Day? Yes, we will be at sea on Christmas Day. I imagine it'll be a formal night as well. We haven't decided whether we're taking our finest. I don't like the idea of cruising the Caribbean on Christmas Day dressed up with me my stranglies on. I think I'd rather have a casual dinner, be out and about on deck having drinks, a bit of party atmosphere. I don't know what I feel about that. What do you all think about that, by the way? I know some of you are very formal and you'll be right into the formalities of that one. Louise, 10th of February for Iona. Thank you, Louise, for reminding me when it is. It's the 10th of Feb, folks. Come along. It's really good value, that one. And also Rotterdam overnight. I love Rotterdam. It'll be fun. If anyone wants to come along with me on the Rotterdam day, we'll get our water taxis everywhere. We'll go up the observation tower and scream. We'll go to Market Hall and eat our way around, drink our way around. It'll be fabulous. We'll stumble our way into the cube houses. We'll pass out on a couch in a cube house. Why wouldn't you want to come along with me? Darcy, what are you doing for Christmas? Oh, have I not answered that? We're going on a Christmas cruise, Darcy, Caribbean. Ready, get, set, go. Rachel and Rom. Oh, no. Y Rom, el hombre sin nombre de la tarjeta navideña. You could say Fredo dated, but great. Absolutely. Oh, yes. Oh, no. I feel bad. My patrons. I sent a card to a couple and I left out the man's name. I forgot to put his name there. I think it was Steve, wasn't it? Who was it? Was it Steve? I can't remember. Or yeah, I felt really bad about that. I'm so sorry. Jenny Ginny. Oh, Jenny Ginny. That's nice. Try and say that after a few drinks. Would you recommend the MDR on Aurora New Year's Eve or a specialty? Well, here's the thing. I think New Year's Eve is, for me, New Year's Eve is a formal event. And we went to the MDR all dressed up when we were on Aurora. It was a great meal, multi-course. They had hats and all sorts. I loved it. I thought New Year's Eve lent itself really well to the main dining room and being all dressed up. Christmas Day, I don't know. You know, on Christmas Day, if I were at home, I would be very cash. I must say. What do you think? What did you think of Azura? It's been some time since we were on Azura. We're going back on her in January, mid-January, for a hairy canary cruise, as we call them. Hairy canaries. I'm so sorry. We have these really weird sayings, don't we? Or me, sorry, not you. When we were on Azura last, I felt just... I mean, yeah, a little bit dated, in need of a refresh. And from what I've seen and read, same applies now. But like I say, I'm more interested in service levels. I'll let you know how we get on. Lorraine J, are you going to give Sun Princess a try? Oh, not yet. The prices for Sun Princess are astronomical, especially if I were going solo. So unfortunately, not at the moment. I will, of course, let you know if I change my mind or if I find something, okay? Hazel, we're on Arvia 23rd December. Oh, same as us. See you on board. Bob says Sigma. Not sure what that is. Pauline Dixon. Hi, Pauline. We'll hunt you down a traditional Christmas dinner on Arvia whilst in the Caribbean. Oh, will you hunt down? Well, they will probably serve a traditional Christmas dinner on Arvia at lunchtime in the buffet. And then, of course, at dinner time, it will be trad. But we don't know that we'll go to the main dining room on Christmas Day for dinner. We'll probably more than likely go somewhere like Sindhu or maybe the Epicurean, or what's the other one I like? The one with all the meat. Keel and Cow. We'll probably do one of those. Tui Isla, thank you, Janet. Eric, you can't retract a message. Even if it's rude, you've got to keep it. Even if you're cussing me, you've got to keep it. Come on, folks, we're not at 200 likes yet. Thumbs up, please. Kelvin, that was really high pitched, wasn't it? Blimey, I need to take a drink after that one. Evening, Kelvin. Hello, Stephanie, or Steph. Obsession. Aquarium likes Obsession. Okay. I'm not so obsessed with Obsession, but I think it's nice. It's nice. Lynn, we are planning to go to Budapest. Oh my God, Lynn, I loved Budapest. Hopefully you saw that on my Danube River cruise. Can you get river trips there? And what are the best highlights to see? Okay, so Budapest. Here's my advice, okay? Walk up the main street parallel to the river as far as you can go, right up to the parliamentary houses, and then walk back along the river as far as you possibly can. Yes, there are riverboat trips. Sometimes it's just to go across the river. There's an awful lot of things there. Oh, and also they have an open air, a Lido pool, which is awesome. So make sure you go there as well, okay? But why don't you have a look at my river cruise of the Danube when we were in Budapest? We were there overnight, so you see it from different perspectives. Loved it. Leah, Mr. Robbins. I wonder if that is one of my cheeky students. Don't recognize the name. Cheeky student. My students, by the way, on the whole, are 99.9% of them are awesome. And they're really very cool about me doing this sort of thing. They don't talk about it to me. I wouldn't let them. But I know they know. It's one of those situations, they know, but they won't talk to me about it. Millie, have you been on Balmoral? No, I'm hoping to go on Balmoral from Rosyth, Scotland, to Iceland in the summer. That's my goal. And I mean, super traditional, obviously a much smaller ship, but my goodness, the level of service is phenomenal. Good sized cabins, and the food is absolutely fab. One of my favorites. I'm jealous. Mr. Robin Bobbin, thank you very much, Aaliyah. That's very kind of you. Wendy, we are celebrating New Year on our own. I can't wait. Enjoy that. There's nothing like a Christmas or New Year cruise, unless, of course, you're the sort of person who has to be at home and loves being with the nearest and dearest and their children and so on. But eventually they all grow up, I hear, and then they don't want to be with you at Christmas. So get on those cruises. I mean, this is what people tell me, by the way. It's what they tell me. Okay, I don't have my own children. I look after other people's. Jordan, what's your favorite cocktail on P&O? Okay, so I'm super boring because I can't try a lot of cocktails, and as a lot of you know, I don't have any of the syrups and the sugar and stuff like that. But P&O do an awesome passion fruit martini because it's not sweet, it's super sour, just like, and of course you get your bubbles with it as well. By the way, if you have a porn star, are you bubbles in, bubbles out, shaking it all about? What you doing? Knock it back in one. What are you doing? Also, a sunset cooler. My lovely friend Emma Ludlow introduced me to those. Very nice when the weather's better. So they have like a peach liqueur, I think a bit of vodka. Yes, a bit of vodka, a splash of cranberry, and topped up with white wine and oodles of ice. It is super refreshing. So there you go. Those are my recommendations for you. Barry, I think you answered this earlier. Would you travel on Arcadia again? We sailed on Arcadia last year, worst ever cruise with numerous issues. Yeah, like I've been looking at Arcadia trips again. She does need a refresh. She's getting one towards the end of next year. But like I said, that's not the most important thing to me. I don't want things falling off walls and so on, but service levels are the most important thing to me. And Arcadia has fabulous outdoor space, fabulous pools, which were heated nicely. The crow's nest is cozy and lovely and warm and lovely and cozy, perfect for me. And then you've got things like Sindhu, and East Bar, which East Bar is unique to Arcadia. You've got Ocean Grill, which is a restaurant that's completely unique to Arcadia. It used to be on Oriana as well. Gosh, I sound like such a geek right now, don't I? Yada, yada, yada. Info. So yes, Barry, I understand why you and anyone else might have some issues with Arcadia. Not us. No jacket required, says ready, get, set, go. No, I don't want to be wearing jacket and ties. I've got to be honest with you, on Christmas Day. Aquarium Obsession. We're on the Iona in May. Awesome. We were on it in May as well. Oh gosh, am I going on it again in May? Don't think so, but I'm thinking of doing another Fjords cruise next year. Nicola, casual every time for me and Mr. Kevin Moore. Oh, Nicola, I'm so sorry about the behavior of your husband tonight. I hope he apologizes profusely to you. He's been a very, very naughty boy tonight. Aquarium Obsession. Jackson still waiting for his kiss. And that was a long, big, sloppy one. Percy with a big P. I'll have a look for Feb as I'm on holiday from work. Yes, come along. I believe someone said it's the 10th of February. Iona, a Northern European cruise, an overnighter in Rotterdam. Come and have a bit of a laugh. It's going to be awesome. Shani, chilled Christmas day in the sun. Have only been on one Christmas cruise, but was the best atmosphere ever. And New Year's Eve in Madeira is an absolute must. Yeah, that would be great. I've only done Hamburg for New Year's Eve, although that was awesome as well. L, question. What would you say is the best ship cruise line for Norway, a Norwegian fjords cruise? When would it best time of year to go? Okay, there's no best about any of those things. I'm like, teacher voice. There's no best about this. Let me tell you. When you're going to the Norwegian fjords, in my view, a ship that's got a good amount of open deck space is important because people are going to be out and about and they're going to be looking at the stunning sailings or from their balconies. So I think a ship that has lots of outdoor space, there are loads of ships like that. You know, Iona, P&O's Iona was actually built essentially to enjoy scenic cruising. You know, Iona has a lot of glass around it, so it's like lots of natural light coming through, seeing all of the fjords as you sail by, and then of course it has all the infinity hot tubs and pools as well. So you could be splish splashing around, my darlings, while looking at the views. I did that. It was awesome. Best time of year to go. Again, there's no best time of year to go. So the fjords. You might be someone who wants to go when it's a bit warmer. So like June, July, beginning of August. Be aware, some people think because August is still summer, that the end of August is nice and warm, toasty in Norwegian fjords. If you look at the average, that sounds so nerdy. If you look at average temperatures in that part of the world, God, I could be reading the weather to you. Actually, the temperatures plummet towards the end of August. It starts getting very cool. Okay, so be careful. I loved the fjords when we went at the end of May. That there was still snow there when we did the low end sky lift. There was still snow up there. Snowball fight with Matthew, it was fabulous. But past the end of May, the snow is going to start disappearing. I want to go to Norway in the winter months. You know, I want to see the northern lights and I just want to frolic in the snow, my darlings. That's what I want. So I don't think there is a best. Sorry. What do you all think? My favorite Christmas meal would have to be Southern Indian food, Kathy. Yeah, I love a roast. And by the way, the only person who makes a better roast than myself is my dear mum. Matthew has learned to make roast. I taught him well. I make awesome roasts. Okay, if you're ever in Basingstoke and you want a roast, come around. I'll make you a fabulous roast. Okay, but Southern Indian food is my absolute favorite. I'm certain of that now. Okay, let's keep going. Hopefully I'm getting through these questions well. We're at 161 thumbs up. Keep them coming. I can't believe I'm still here and I've not disappeared yet. Thank God and thank Jesus. Okay, I'm getting in trouble. Okay, Michael. At the age of 65. I'm not 65, Michael. I am... Oh, you're talking about yourself. Thank God. You are considered dated. I can remember when it is described as dated, now described as new and cutting edge. Yes, everything comes back in fashion, Michael. Michael, you're back in fashion, by the way. I bloody love you, Michael. Ready, get, set, go. No jacket required. Okay, we've been there. We've done that. Oh, no, I've just scrolled too far. You're going to kill me. Oh no, you're gonna kill me. I've got thumbs up. Once you traveled, oh my God, I've gone way too far up. Oh no, I'm gonna miss some of you now, and you're gonna really, really get upset with me. I might actually start working backwards. Which two river cruise are you looking at in December? Might go on Skylar. I don't remember which one it was now. It's not Skylar because I've done that. It's a Rhine cruise. It leaves on, I think it's the 23rd or 24th of December from memory. Hurtigruten, different option for Norway. Absolutely. It's super expensive, so I won't be able to afford that anytime soon. But I'd love to try Hurtigruten. There's no doubt about it. Oh, yeah, you thought I was going to pull out a weather chart. I know. I know. The thing is, you know, when people often ask on cruise groups, what's the weather like in? And other people say, don't be so stupid. You can't guess that. Let me get my crystal ball out. You can't guess it, but what you can do is go on accuweather.com, type in your destination, and you can see the actual day and nighttime temperatures for the last 2 years. Just click on the month and the year. It's fantastic, and it shows the whole month. So sometimes when I'm looking at destinations and I just want to know what kind of temperatures are we dealing with, you can check the last 2 years, and you do have peaks and troughs now and then, don't you? Like we've had a cold snap recently in the UK, for example, but then not very long ago we're having a very, very mild autumn, weren't we? So yeah, there are discrepancies, but you can actually easily find out roughly the average temperatures by looking at AccuWeather. So don't laugh at people the next time they say that. You can roll your eyes in private and then say to them, why don't you check out AccuWeather? That would be super, super helpful. We would love to be on a cruise with you. Oh, you say that. The Iona trip in February is a fab price. Yes, it's really good. Can you post for us how much it is for an inside and outside and a balcony, please, just to give people an idea? When I booked mine, it was very good value indeed. Sally is joining Ventura for 35 nights on the 11th of February. Oh, is that a Caribbean transatlantic, Sally? Don't tell me, because if it is, I am be super jealous. I'd love to do one of those. In fact, I saw some for 2025 when I was looking over the last week, and I was saying to Matthew, oh, maybe a longer cruise. A longer cruise would be fabulous. Transatlantics, I'd love to. Diane, or is it Deanne? As long as the ship is clean, the food and service mean more to me than glitz. Yes, I'm so with you on that. I'm all about the service and just that nice sort of homely feel, like on Arcadia with all the decorations and the Christmas music. And it was just like most people seemed to be in really good spirits as well. So it really sort of pulled everyone along with them. It was fabulous. Did you get a refund for your extra legroom seats you booked for your PO flight to Caribbean? I didn't book extra legroom seats for the Caribbean. So there was no refund to be had, to be honest with you. We've booked, though, exit row seats, which still stand. Maybe you're confusing me with someone else, Emma. I have certainly stood up for those people who did book extra legroom seats or premium, who have mobility issues and have since had to cancel their cruise. I think that's really shoddy, and they didn't get any refund. They didn't get their deposits back, which is not very nice. 8th of June would be a good time to go to the fjords, says Gaynor. I wonder why that is, Gaynor. Would you like to explain why? Do the 9th of September cruise. We're on that one, says Chaz and Dave. That one won't work for me. I will definitely be at school then. He's being naughty because I'm not at home, I suspect. Oh, Nick is saying that Kevin Morgan has been naughty because she's not there to supervise, and Kevin Morgan needs supervision 24/7. Percy with a big P. Never done a cruise on my own, normally with partners. I'm not sure how I would get on. Has anyone else done solo cruising? I mean, I've done solo cruising. It's not my choice or preference, but obviously with my vlogging life, and I need to say this to everyone again, actually, because I get asked this all the time. And when I cruised solo on Arcadia, I had two things that came up all the time. I'll be honest with you, I found it a bit irritating. The irritating look came out. So some people were saying how it's sad, like sad emoji, that I was on my own, and how sad the cabin looked with just one cup and one glass. And I'm thinking, are you trying to make me feel sad? What are you doing here? The thing is, though, I don't feel sad because those trips are specifically working trips. I know you're all going, that's not a working trip. Well, I would take your point, my darlings, and I'd understand if you said that's not really a working trip. But actually, on the Arcadia cruise, I did things I wouldn't ordinarily do because I'm trying to film things to bring to you, gorgeous lot, and do things I hadn't done before to show you different experiences. Some of the things I did, I really wouldn't normally do. Throwing caution to the wind for you all. But also, I'm spending a long time filming and editing whilst I'm on board as well, which is not something necessarily you'd see. You see the shortened version, don't you, of an hour or two from like 4, 5, 6, 7 days. And that's why it looks like I'm constantly drinking. That's why it looks like I'm constantly eating, and I'm constantly on the go. But you don't see all the bits in between when I'm actually having to file all my video, all my videos, all the footage, and put things in order and start editing and do voiceovers and all that sort of jazz. You don't see that necessarily. And actually, I don't know if you've ever wondered, all these different platforms I'm always posting on. It takes a long time to post on different platforms. And the one thing I hope that I always do is engage with lovely, lovely people like yourselves and always try and answer any question I see. I get really annoyed myself if someone's asked me a question and I've missed it. I get so annoyed. It takes time doing that though. So it is a bit of a working trip. It's not just drinking and singing and dancing and vomiting. It's not just those things, my darlings. It really isn't. All right, I'm still going up. Any more MSC Yacht Club planned? It's lovely. It is lovely. You are totally correctamundo there, cruising fanatic. No, I don't actually. I did have an MSC cruise planned. Some of you may know this. The start of March. It was the Red Sea. Eeeeek, obviously that can't happen anymore. But MSC were poor in handling my change of cruise to something else. Very, very poor, to the extent where I just cancelled and said I'm just not going to rebook for now. When I calm down from that, I'll get back to them, I promise you. Okay, 333 days and Nathan will be on a cruise ship. Hurrah! 333, very neat number. Very long time. Susan says, hi, Jamie. Lovely to catch you tonight, as we would have missed last night. Oh, that would have been too much. We'll be watching Christmas Cruise with bated breath, as it's on our list of must-do cruises. Loving your vlogs. Cheers to you, gorgeous Susan. Emma Ludlow, gotta love the sunset cooler. Thank you, Emma, for introducing me to one of those. I'm not sure I would have chosen that drink if it weren't for you. Emma Ludlow is on the February cruise, by the way, the P&O Iona cruise, with her lovely husband, Andrew. Not Paul Ludlow, as some of you thought last time. Bubbles in, bubbles out, shaking it all about. Bubbles in, saying lots of you. Rachel and Steve loved Balmoral. Chaz and Dave understand that Christmas Day is a set time menu for everyone on board, only in the main dining room. So they have specialty dining as well. We've had Sindhu before on Christmas Day and enjoyed our Indian food. Steve, hi Jamie. Me and my wife never been on a cruise. We're going on Avia in October 2025. Western Med. What advice do you have for first cruise? Western Med, never eat shredded wheat. So is that going to be like Porto and Lisbon, maybe Vigo or La Coruña? If you can explain to me where you're visiting, I can give you some tips. I'll tell you one thing though, if it is those ports, you don't need excursions anywhere. You need to watch my vlogs on Western Med, if that's where you're heading. Because I did all those ports and I did them without any excursions, and I show you exactly what you can do and save as much money as possible, but see as much as possible. The other thing, first time cruiser, I think you need to strike a balance between planning too much, but also not planning anything. So my advice would be to book a specialty restaurant. Avia has some fabulous eateries. It really does. Book a specialty restaurant or two. Just sort of take away the stress of not knowing whether you'll get the day you want or the time you want when you're on board. Book that slot, book what you want and go and enjoy it. Avia as well, such a large ship. If it's a Western Med cruise, I imagine you'll only be on it for a week. I would suggest on one of the ports, try staying on board a little bit later in the day and enjoy a really nice, quiet, empty ship, and maybe get off, I don't know, like 11, 12 o'clock. That's if you've got enough time in port, obviously. I don't want you to waste time. And then go explore. What you'll find is you've got the ship to yourself in the morning. As you're getting off, you'll see people starting to come back on. And hopefully later in the day, come on a bit later, come back on a little bit later, have a later dinner. I think just spread things out, chill out a little bit, okay? But don't forget to book that specialty restaurant. One or two will do, okay? Enjoy. Don't feel you have to do everything, because there's always the next time. Always. We've got people saying hubby likes dressing up Hazel's quite happy being more casual. Favorite cocktail at the moment, I think, Nathan, I've explored cocktails a little bit. I do still love an espresso martini, even though I got dragged across Twitter/X because it's so passe. And who's still drinking that? I'm like, I am. Are you still drinking water, my darling? Are you still drinking beer? Because on your profile it shows you a beer. Beer has been around for a long time, my darling. You know, I can't believe you're still drinking those things. Ooh, what a meat sandwich. I love an espresso martini, but it's not to have any syrup in. It's got to be strong and bitter, just like me. Hence, you see. What's the best trip to do in the Caribbean? I don't know, Erin. What are your ports of call? I tell you what I think is a good thing to do in the Caribbean, though. St. Lucia and St. Thomas, or St. Martin, they have speedboat tours. The one in St. Lucia it's quite a small boat, so a little bit more intimate. It takes you to the Piton, a few bays, coves, a bit of lunch. I think it's really good to get out and see the Caribbean on a small boat from sea level, up close and personal. I think doing at least one trip like that is a win, personally. Okay. Paul says he's going on Borealis on the 22nd. What, of this month? Do you know if Colours and Tastes have the same menu on the first night of each cruise? I think so. And then on Colours and Taste, even on a short cruise, they actually changed the menu halfway through. It's sometimes on the second night, actually, if it's just a 2-night cruise. Colours and Taste is awesome. It really is fabulous. I hope you enjoy Borealis. I've got lots of vlogs on it if you want to check them out. Okay, now I'm scrolling. I've covered everyone's. I got you covered. Oh my goodness. We're only on 177 thumbs up. What happened to all your thumbs? Surely you've all got 2 thumbs, most of you. No? Come on, you can do it. There you go, 178. Gosh, if I count up in ones like that, it will take us forever, won't it? All right. Let's scroll down because I caught up with everyone just now. Yes. All right. Alison says she's traveled solo on a few cruises. She likes the options of having alone time, but also meeting new people when you want. I think that's a very good point, Alison, about traveling solo. You can selfishly do whatever you want. If you don't want to meet people, you want a quiet time, you want to sit by yourself, whatever, you can do it. You don't have to share a table with people necessarily. Go with the flow. I have to say, I suppose, well, I don't know how you'd feel. How would you feel? How would you feel if people were coming up to you regularly on a cruise ship that you didn't know, sometimes jumping out at you, sometimes tapping you on the back of your shoulder when you walk into breakfast, sometimes asking if they can come to breakfast with you whilst you're en route? How would you feel about that, boy? Because I don't know what to make of so many people coming and saying hello on ships. I know I love it, and I love chatting with people, and I love getting people on the vlog as well. I love it, but it's taken some time to get used to. I've got to be honest with you. When some of you know, my mum and my sister came on their first cruise with us, they didn't understand what was happening when people were doing that. They were like, "Why is that man talking to you? Where do you know him from?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't. He just watches me on the telly, you know." And why is that woman like hitting you on the back? I'm like, just recognize this me from the telly. They couldn't get their head around it. How would you feel if that was happening to you out of interest? I wonder. So I never feel solo on a cruise anymore, if I'm honest with you. If I'm solo, so many people say hello, which is lovely. Always do that. Please do that. Okay. Vicky is on the 10th of Feb cruise. Got a great price. Ryan, bit concerning, has these figures ingrained in his brain. That's all right. £400 each. Look at that, says Ryan. £400 each for an inside cabin on Iona for a week's cruise. This is what I'm saying. I know some people slag off the big ships, but they got so many cabins to fill. They really do have some excellent deals. Thank you, Ryan. That's super helpful. David Webb. Hi, David. Have you and Matthew been on back-to-back cruises? Yes, we have before, actually. I did 3 back-to-backs. One of them was a shorter cruise. It was fabulous. But the third part was on a different ship. I just loved it. And the changeover day, oh, having the ship to yourself on changeover day. It was summer, and I remember having the whole deck space and pools to ourselves. Oh my God, I loved it. So yeah, you also get a discount if you're back-to-back cruise. The second one is over a certain number of days as well. Might want to just check that. I've never done a circumnavigation cruise. I haven't had that many days off to be able to do one, Ben, but I would like to definitely. Do you not fancy any of the Virgin Voyage? I've already done Virgin Voyages, actually. It's on my channel. I love Virgin Voyages. Those of you who've been watching the lives will know that I rate them very highly. I don't know about that Portsmouth one, though, and I'll tell you why. Because there are so many... this is going to sound terrible. There are so many vloggers and bloggers and cruise bloggers on it, and I don't want to be on that cruise and just talk about vlogging all week. I've got to be honest with you. But I love Virgin Voyages. I think they are unique. They have great food, great entertainment. Just don't like the tiny, tiny, teeny pool. You can only just about get your little tinky winky in it. I tell you, your finger. God, you lot are naughty, I tell you. Percy just booked it. You didn't, did Percy with Big P? You've literally just booked that cruise. Wow, good for you. We'll see you on board, Percy with a Big P. Nice. Liz and Dave, 16 nighters on Avia Transatlantic. Guess what? We are on that cruise. Yay. I've seen those. They look awesome. Aquarium session. Sea view is 999. Balcony 999. Yeah, sometimes that's the way. You know what, though? Because it's a colder cruise, some people prefer having the sea view. So I wonder if that's why they're coming at the same price as balconies. I wouldn't be surprised. Although on our Iona cruise, Northern Europe cruise, last February, we had really mild weather and quite a bit of sunshine. It was delightful. And Valentine's Day on board. Valentine's Day on board, the one in February as well. Get those roses in. They put roses in the cabin, by the way, last February. That was great. Okay. Danuta, Iona, 10th of Feb, 1326 for a solo passenger and deluxe balcony cabin at the front of the ship. Ooh, posh. I'm going inside. I don't like the insides on Iona. They're too small, but because I'll be on my own on that one, I'll be okay. There's enough room. Kevin Morgan, 6th of April for Iona for us. Whoop, whoop. Ready, get, set, go. Crimbo cruise this Friday. Christmas markets on Eeeeek. Enjoy that. She looks like a lovely ship. Simon, you should book for November 23 or 23rd of November 2024 on Iona, Spain and Portugal. That might be a week I have off, actually. I'm normally off around that time. You never know. John Taylor, where do you find your cruise deals? I don't, John. Deals, no. There's no deals to be had in my book. I have fixed dates I can go on holiday, so there's no deals. I think the best place to look is Igloo. Punch in the date that you want to cruise. It will come up with most of the available cruises. Not all the cruise lines are actually featured there, but it will come up with most, and then you'll be able to do a comparison of the prices as well. But people often ask me about all my deals. I don't know what deals we are talking about, but the Iona and Avia cruises generally are good value because they are massive ships with lots of cabins to fill. And I actually think P&O would rather get people on, sell out, and you get the ka-ching, don't you, from the booze and the specialty dining and excursions and all that kind of jazz as well. So that strategy seems to be working very well for them. Other deals, I don't find deals on some other cruise line. I don't see cheap cruises on some other cruise lines at all when I'm available. Alison says 10th February balcony standard is 798 on a solo deal. That is very good for a week as a solo passenger. I'm sure Alison will agree with me on that. That's great. That's Alison T. Alison B. Travel solo on a few cruises. Oh, we've already been there. Yay, I'm catching up. Travel life with Lucy. Damn it, I'm late again. I forgive you, my child. But hello, I'll catch up with the beginning afterwards. Yeah, a bit of back to frontage. That's what I'm having to do, Travel with Lucy, because me scrolly thing went haywire, and I'm trying to make sure I answer everyone's questions. Oh my God, I've got 5 minutes. Mrs. H, ooh, is there a particular restaurant dining experience that's on Iona and Avia that you would like to see on the whole P&O fleet? The Keys, maybe the Keys. Yeah, I think the Keys is a good option, although I'd like more space outside the different kitchens. It's very cramped there. More space, please, to get your food. I don't know. I was thinking about this with Arcadia. I really enjoyed the Ocean Grill, and I thought, I'm glad this is not on all the other ships. It makes me want to actually be on Arcadia more. It's a bit more unique. So I'm quite a fan of changing things up. I do love the Keel and Cow, having said that, and the Olive Grove. The Olive Grove on Iona, by the way, the menu is much better, I think, and the venue is much nicer as well, for obvious reasons. I need 3 more thumbs up. Come on, folks, you can do it. Come on, it's nearly Christmas. We've only got 1 more of these before Christmas and New Year. Listen, Dave, Mrs. H, totally agree with you. Shani, need more likes. Yes, Shani knows. Shani knows these things. Alan, Solo Inside Cabin on Iona, 718. Well, that's interesting. It seems like some of you are finding better deals for balcony. Love the Keys. David Webb, yes to the Keys, although roast station we thought wasn't that great. The roast station, David, I do agree. I think it needs a little bit of work, actually. It's not, I thought it was going to be a bit more authentic than it was, but I still thought it was good. Michael, maybe you should do a director's cut with nothing but clips of you drinking. It would drive some people nuts, but I would hit the like button. I mean, look, I've made this small glass of wine last all evening so far. All right, well, the last hour and 5 minutes. Christina, we've booked the Good Food Show at Sea on Sky Princess in November. Oh, I've heard about those. They look good. We got a really good price for 2 weeks. Our first time on Princess. Do you recommend them? People love Princess. People rave about Princess. Our last 2 experiences were a bit mediocre, but we will definitely go on Princess again. I think since the lockdowns, I think they've worked hard to make certain improvements. The Royal class of ship is not my favorite. That's all. It's just the layout and how busy the bars are is the only thing that we experience. But other people tell me I'm wrong and I need to shut up because it's great. So I think you're going to love it. It's a really nice looking ship. Simon, have you booked yourself a non-vlog holiday yet? No. No, Simon. I'm laughing because I know I have to. Simon's really good. He keeps me on my toes, does our Simon. He keeps reminding me that I've got to do that. Chaz and Dave, it's our Toffee's birthday today. She loves watching you. Can you wish her? Who's Toffee? Hi, Toffee. Cheers to you, Toffee. Are you a dog? What are you? What are you? I'm really, oh God, imagine. I'm so sorry if that's a child and they're called Toffee. God, I'm getting myself into all sorts of problems now, aren't I? Porn star martini and espresso martini, my favorite cocktails. Make them all the time, says Lorraine. Good for you, Lorraine. You can make me some, just don't put any sugar in. Numb thumbs. Yes. Guy says, hi, Jamie. First time we've been able to catch you live. Hi, Guy. Love the shirt you're wearing. We're headed on a Christmas New Year cruise soon. Can't wait. I hope you have the best time. Let us know how you get on. Steve is going on a 14-day cruise. Can't remember places, but Barcelona is one. Oh, you know that Barcelona is, Matthew and I's, one of our favorite cities. We absolutely adore it. We've done loads there, so check out the vlogs. St. Lucia, best bar is Rum Therapy, just off the ship. Savvy Blanc, Chardonnay, best wine, says Maria. Alison B, don't want people jumping out on me. Oh, the jumping out thing. Yeah, people tend to say how brave us solos are for traveling on our own. I don't know if it's brave. I think it's much more usual now than it used to be in the older days. It's much more usual. I don't see it as brave. I just think it's a different way of traveling and a different way of experiencing things. You know, I'm the sort of person, I happily go to the cinema on my own. I don't have a problem doing that sort of thing. I'd go to a pub on my own to have a drink, do some editing on my phone while I'm there. Nadia is in beautiful Barbados. Enjoy Barbados, the bearded ones. Jason, only a few more likes, people. Is that to get to 200? Thank you, Jason. You're a star. Michelle, 6 more likes needed. Oh, you are way ahead of me. We made it. Carol, I travel solo now since my husband died. Oh, I'm sorry, Carol. I love cruising and love to meet new people. I don't feel I'm on my own. I hate, are you on your own from some people? Me too. New Year cruise next. I'm excited. I'm just going to do a cheers to Carol's husband. And bless you for keeping on cruising, and fingers up to those people who are doing the pitying bit. Cheers to your husband, my darling. Listen, folks, I've got more questions. Damn, I didn't make it, but I have to leave you. It's an hour and 10 minutes. And I always say you can absolutely have too much of a good thing. A good thing. I'm good for you. Toffee is the dog. Thank you. Sorry, Liz. Sorry, Dave. Thank God it's not your child and you called it Toffee. I'm really sorry I didn't get to all of your questions. I'll be here on Monday for the final live of 2023. Come along, stack those questions for me. I want to thank you all one more time for helping get to 20,000 subscribers. You're amazing. There's so much more to come, though. As I said online, I've just started, so look out. I'm coming for you from every angle. Listen, check out my new vlog tomorrow. Check out my next vlog on Saturday. Come over to Facebook, Jamie W. Robbins, and let's check each other out. And I hope to see you all on Monday at 8. Thank you, Jesus, for ensuring the technology has worked. Right, my darlings. Love to you all. Take care. Love you. Bye. Mwah.